Good afternoon, everybody. This is me, Jason Gregory, European Sales Manager, coming at you from Reliv International for a Jason Spotlight interview. And I am super excited today to be able to be interviewing this lady. She is really excited about what is happening with her and her business, and also just the wider things that are happening within the company. And I just thought it'd be great to have her on. At the moment in Reliv Europe, in Reliv UK, sorry, we're doing a Momentum Week, and we've been focusing on the RelivFit program. And so I just thought, who better to interview on the Jason Spotlight interview on a Thursday, other than the lady who birthed the gentleman who created the program. So it is my pleasure to welcome onto the screen Valerie Opie. So let me just get her on the screen. Hey Val, how you doing?
I'm doing terrific. It's so fun to be here today.
It's great to have you on, and I'm really excited to be able to interview you today. And there's some really good things happening over here in Reliv Europe with the Reliv Fit program and everything that's happening in people's results. And I just thought it'd be good for people to hear a little bit from you in terms of your own personal results, your history with the program, as well as your kind of Reliv journey. So, I mean, could you kind of share a little bit about your personal journey with Reliv Fit and what inspired you to begin it and the transformation experience that you've had?
Absolutely. When I first was watching this transform, I watched my son lose 90 pounds. I watched my husband lose 75 pounds. And, if you have been a person who has dieted all your life and you just have an unhealthy relationship with dieting because you succeed, fail, it's one of those journeys that you kind of are afraid to jump into something new. But I did, because I couldn't deny what was happening all around me. And guys, I did that first time through. I dropped 21 pounds. I got excited because I was able to keep it off, lock it in and keep it off. So I dove in again. And I did the program through. I've dropped 60 pounds now. I feel better today in my 60s than I did in my 30s. And you know what? The transformation for so many other things have happened for me in my life. But what I love most is January of this year, Jason, was the first time since I was 12 years old that I didn't have to set a New Year's resolution based on my weight.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And there's so many people that are looking for effective, sustainable weight loss solutions. And I mean, from your experience, what sets the Really Fit program apart from other things that you may have tried in the past?
That's a great question because I have been on that weight loss journey for a long, long time. But the things I noticed that are different is he takes three different items that people have looked at with weight loss and put them together and combine them. And then there is phase two. That phase two is what sets us apart from every other weight loss program out there. And it's because it locks in your body. Your body now thinks your new weight is your new normal instead of thinking it's the old weight that's the old normal and keep trying to get you back. So if you can get rid of the yo-yo dieting, that's huge. But then phase three, which is really the rest of your life when you're done, is live life and love life. People realize they don't have to be afraid of food. And so I think that's what sets us apart is not only do we work on the underlying reason for weight gain, but we also work on the mental as well as the physical, as well as the internal.
Hmm.
Uh, and the coaching process is so big on that. I was so grateful that my coach kept telling me, just trust the process. You are not a robot and you'll be able to enjoy and never be afraid of food. And I think that's what makes us different.
Hmm. Yeah, I know that people weight loss journeys are deeply personal, and often they can be quite challenging. And I mean, what kind of challenges did you face during your journey, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, well, I started sharing about watching my son, watching my husband. I watched three of my daughters drop weight. I didn't have the faith, confidence, and belief in me that I could do one more weight loss program. I had actually given up hope on losing weight. And I don't know how many people might be in that situation, but that was my journey. The other thing is, I was used to taking a lot of the nutritional products, and this would limit for a short time. And so that was another thing that complicated my journey. But I think, um, golly, the biggest thing is after I got started in it was going to phase 3 and trusting myself that I could really eat what I wanted to using the tools that I've learned. And the first time I went through a weekend and actually let myself go, and then got on the scale on Monday morning and saw that I was still in WSP, it still comes to my heart today to
Mm.
know that I finally know that it was not because I had a willpower problem. It was not because I had a food problem or a lack of discipline. It was because um, because I needed that cellular healing. And
Mm.
so that was very powerful to no longer be afraid of food and no
Wow.
longer think I was a failure.
That's powerful, and there's so many people that can relate to that because sometimes people can beat themselves up when they know they want to lose weight and it's not happening, and they can think it's my fault and so forth. So what you just said will probably touch a lot of people's lives, and I mean, the program is so powerful. I mean, seeing the contribution that your son has given to this really fit program. I mean, you must be so proud of him. Number one, you must be so proud of him, but also in terms of your involvement within the program, and how does it increase your commitment to the program?
It's interesting that, Dr. Ammon was raised as a Reliv kid.
Right.
And so not only the products, but we would bring him to conferences, and he got this love for nutrition. And I didn't realize how much those conferences were influencing him. And listening to Dr. Kalogris and Dr. Carl and Dr. Fred. And um, it was funny when he was talking about cellular repair, and everybody's going, "Oh, I love that terminology. That makes so much sense." And he goes, "Well, Dr. Ted and Dr. Carl talked about it all the time." So that was just really interesting, but is humbling, as a mom watching your kid grow up to all of a sudden turn and see him as, this doctor, this scientist, and really see the strength that he has. And it's because we raised him going to Reliv conferences, and that to me is humbling.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
there is a lot of excitement out here at the moment in terms of the potential for distributors and in regards to growing the business with the Really Fit program. I mean, why do you think now is a perfect time for somebody to get involved with it?
Well, first of all, it is exploding because there's three elements of what folks look for when they come looking and come knocking at my door. And number one is wellness. Number two is weight loss. And number three is an opportunity. And we finally have a weight loss solution that is working across the board.
Mm.
We've proven that going over into UK, Leslie Probart, and those wonderful folks who tested it over there, and then of course in the Germany and Austria. But it's it has become such. We have that three-legged stool now.
Mm.
We have the wellness, but so many people think if I can just lose the weight, I would be healthy. And now we actually have that option, and it's using the core nutrition that built this company. And I will tell you, just to let you guys know, my income in the last 2 years has increased over 100% from what I was doing prior to.
Wow.
And this is huge because I I always ask how many people in the room want to lose weight, and about 70% of the people raise their hand.
Mm.
And when I ask how many of you know someone who wants to lose weight, 100% raise their hand. We have a market that is open for, everyone. And
Mm.
maybe they don't have a weight issue, but they need cells repaired. well, we have that answer. And the coaching part of this is huge, because we've always been good coaches as we start people on product. Now we just get to be good coaches as we start watching people get less and less.
Hmm. Yeah, can you discuss? I mean, we're talking about the RelivFit program, but how is it? How the potential of the program is for people to be able to expand the business? I know historically, yes, we've pushed the healthy aging with the products and so forth, but as you said, we've got that new leg with the RelivFit program in terms of how people can use that to expand their network and in this business opportunity.
Well, because now you also, especially those of you who have been around a while, you now have something to go to people and say, you've got to see what is happening now. So, for those who have been in business a long time, you can get this out to others, and that will expand and open up, because maybe they weren't looking for wellness at that time or an opportunity, but they're looking for weight loss. It just gives us one more tool to go out and say, come and see. And that has been what's happening over here. And Jason, you know it, because we have flooded out of Arizona all over the US into Canada and now in UK. And the people who were on our Zoom yesterday know a lot of people in Sweden. So, uh, but the opportunity for Reliv distributors, I think, is even better today, because there's a set program and people buy a set bundle. Here in the US, and again, you can talk to what it is in the UK, but
Mm.
in the US, if one person does a 20-day program, that's a $500 point volume, which means they can either be a customer or they can be a quick start if they wanted to, or a fast start if they wanted to be a, a coach. And if they think of 4 other people that want to do the program with them, that's 5. And in the US, that gets them to master affiliate. And I know you guys have the same opportunity. As people are buying those specific products, it's going to, if you have this specific amount and you times that by how many people you think you can go out and share the hope of weight loss with, that can help people um, get to that top profit level. That will help make key directors. We have the proof of that in the pudding, because we had a distributor who became a master affiliate in February, fully qualified March 1st, and she is now the first distributor in the US to earn the Sandy Montgomery Award. That is $10,000 in 1 month in new volume. And she sponsored a master affiliate. She became a director. And because her volume was at the certain way we get it, she earned another bonus. So she's earning 3 bonuses her first month. Her check is going to be $950 at least. And I'll tell you what, that has made everybody around her go, wow, this is real. This is a real opportunity. And
Mm.
it's all based on the excitement of the LiveFit program, or the RelivFit program, as it started.
Wow, that's amazing. It is a massive opportunity. And over here, we have preferred customers. So when people go into the program, they go into that preferred customer pack. And it's the same type of thing. People like to buy set packs and they know exactly what they're getting. So completely hear what you're saying. Have you got any inspiring stories of anybody that you've helped on the program?
Oh, I love a gentleman named Osby. He actually works at corporate, and he's the one. If you see videos that from the U.S., those are the videos that he does. He's the voiceover. He's a great guy, but struggled with weight loss. He started doing the program, and because he already had his muscle mass was really good and stuff, he dropped 50.3 pounds in 40 days. But the most inspiring thing is this man who had been a professional wrestler, so he had broken his neck, broken collarbones, hurt knees and elbows. For the first time in years, he was able to get down on his hands and knees and play with his 3 children.
Wow.
And that is amazing. And then we have 91-year-old Tina War, lost the last 10 pounds she needed to lose. I love that we have Allison and Jason Stuckey in Idaho started doing the program. They both lost 40 pounds, and their son, who was 11 years old and 250 pounds came to them and said, I want to do what you're doing. He has done the pediatric program through twice now and has lost over 40 pounds. And he's so excited. And the fact that we can help turn around this child's life so he does not have to be that fat kid, he doesn't have to go with the health issues that happen with obesity as you age,
Mm.
is so exciting.
Wow, that's amazing. Those are life-changing results right there. And so,
Oh, and Joseph Ampong, who has 7 new key directors in his organization in less than 6 months.
wow. Yes, I know Joseph. Joseph, I was actually speaking with Joseph earlier on today, and he is absolutely on fire at the moment, and the people that he's helping as well. And it's spilling over into the UK because he's building an organisation in the UK as well. So it's amazing things that can happen when people get excited about something. But you know something, the world of wellness is always changing and evolving. I mean, how do you see the Really Fit program adapting and growing within the next coming years?
Well, as people catch fire on what this really can do and the permanency of it, see, it's still so relatively new
Mm,
that people are still in that old mindset that, oh, it's just another one of those flash in the pan weight loss programs, and we'll see if time will tell. We
mm,
had a lot of people sitting on the fence for that very reason here in the US. But as soon as they saw that this program, in a year and 4 months in just 2 countries, we weren't even counting US or Canada. I mean, sorry, we weren't even counting Austria or Germany, who were doing phenomenally at the time. But we have dropped over 20,000 pounds, and 99.999% of the people reach that goal of 10 pounds in 20 days or 20 pounds in 40 days. And so it's opening up the eyes. And I think as we keep it simple, that's one thing about our business, Jason, is if we keep it simple, we keep confusion, complication, and contention out,
mm,
we will triple in size because more people, just look around this country how they're running after Ozempic, or in your country, I'm sure there's medications or patches that they're using that they help lose the weight, but they don't solve the problem.
mm,
And so this is more about making health your priority, your very first priority, but the
mm.
weight loss is coming off because of that. And it's
Wow,
always combined with simple food and superior nutrition.
wow. I know you've touched on it a little bit already, but for somebody who may be sitting on the fence in regards to joining the Really Fit program, or maybe even becoming a Really distributor for whatever reason, what advice would you give them on the basis of your own experiences?
Um, well, what I've seen is people who really were sitting on the fence said, just like people who sit on the fence with the core nutrition of Now or Classic with Energize, they say, they have enough hope to try it. And when they do, they absolutely love it. My friend Robin, my friend Lyra, they were on the fence about it. And all I said to them was, come and see, come and do, and think about it. If it's for you, great. If it's not for you, that's fine. Isn't that what we always do?
Mhm.
But they have become the two biggest proponents of the RelivFit program and the coaching side of it. Why it's so important that there's a certified coach involved in helping. So I hope that answers that question.
Yeah, no, it does. It really does, and it is exciting times. I mean, the one thing about weight loss is it is so visual. You cannot deny when somebody's getting results on it, and people always gonna say, "What is it that you are doing? I need to do this." And because obviously the strength behind the program of is it not just helping you to lose the weight, but keep the weight off so you don't go past that weight set point. That's massive for people who are used to be doing diets. I mean, I put my mother on this diet, and my mum's only like 5'11", so a little bit. But when she started on the diet, she was 10 stones 11. I know we do stones in the UK,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But then the last time she told me her weight, she was 8 stones 11. That's massive. And my mum says that this is the best weight loss program she's ever done, and she was a serial dieter. And
Oh,
so I know from personal experience the power behind when somebody not just loses the weight but keeps the weight off. Because my mum has not put the weight back on,
right,
so it's absolutely amazing. I
right.
mean, finally, Valerie, from your point of view, what are your goals that you want to achieve in terms of the future with Reliv and also Really Fit, and how do you plan to achieve them?
Well, first of all, working closely with Dr. Ammon and with corporate to get our goal is to have the websites have a little, the coaching certified coaches can be open to all of the stuff that is needed for them to be really good coaches. But my goal personally is I would love to help start four new people. And you have to understand my crazy life, guys. I'm a busy mom of 8. I have 24 grandkids, 2 on the way. My husband is in a wheelchair from a brain injury. So I've got a lot on my plate. But I want to start, my goal is to start at least 4 people every month in a 20 or 40-day program, because right there I will be moving $2,000 worth of product on top of all the other stuff. 2,000 new volume every month is
Mm.
my goal. That's
Wow,
just for me. But I know I can do it because if I just have 4 people who want to do a 20-day program, what if
wow,
they want to do a 40-day program? Well, then that's 4 times 1,000 for
wow,
us here in the US.
wow.
So that's my goal is new volume. I want to move new volume. And gosh, now that somebody in my organization has earned that Sandy Montgomery Award, I think I better do that too. And I see it happening because you cannot walk down the street here without going, oh, they could use RelivFit.
Yeah, and I think it's a case we just have to be mindful and keep our ears open in conversations that we're having. And also, I also say to people, it's one thing to be interesting, but it's another thing to be interested. And so, if we're interested in people and we're listening to the needs and the wants, we've got a perfect vehicle within the Really Fit to help them with that need. And so, I think we're
And
in a very powerful place.
and with this, we have to remember, and it's become apparent, is we have to make sure that we are not transactional with people. People are not a transaction.
Mm,
We can actually be transformational with people. Our business is not transactional, it's transformational if we let it. And what I love is, unlike my aunt who got great results with the product because her migraines were gone, that's not something people can visually see. But to help my friend Celeste lose 42 pounds, that became infectious.
mm.
People were wanting to know what she was doing, and she goes, "You got to talk to Valerie, my coach." And so it's fun to listen enough to know how to help them so that they're not a transaction to you, that you truly out there transforming their life.
Wow, that is a powerful point to finish on, Val. And I just want to thank you for taking the time out to allow me to interview you and just to hear some of your experiences and to share that with the people that are watching this. And I know that many people that are going to be inspired, not just people that watched it live, but the people are going to catch it on the replay as well. And I just know that what you just shared with us is going to be massive for a very long period of time with people coming and engaging with the content. So thank you once again, Val. And no doubt I will get you here on another interview at some point in the future because I know there's so much more that you can share. So thank you very
And
much.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I get to come to your October conference. That'll be
Oh,
fun.
that would be excellent if you could make that. Absolutely. Thank you, Val. There you have it, Valerie. She is doing some phenomenal things and so excited because of the impact that she's having on people's lives. And this is what it's about, guys. We are changing people's lives. I love what she said. We are not doing something that is transactional. We're doing something that is transformational. And so, who do you know that needs to benefit from what it is that we do? Who can you share this live interview with so they can actually hear straight from Valerie to hear her experiences? Guys, this is the thing. We could have the best products in the world, But if we don't go out and tell people, we're going to have the best kept secret in the world. And that is not what we want. We want to go out and want to continue to share the Reliv message to as many people as we can, so people can not just age healthily, but they can lose weight, keep it off, and enjoy the rest of their lives. So I'm going to be back here in another couple of weeks interviewing somebody else in a Jason Spotlight interview. But until then, stay really strong and go out and continue to impact lives. Take care, guys, and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.